Hey everyone, Dan here. Before we get into it, if you enjoy these videos, please hit the like and subscribe button and keep in mind that these are my own thoughts, opinions, and ideas. These are not meant to be, nor should you take them as investment or trading advice in any way, shape, or form. Do your own due diligence, put in the work for yourself, and make your decisions based on that. Enjoy. All right, folks, here we are after market close on Wednesday, August 2nd. We're going to take a look at Tupperware Brand today. So we did a video recently on this. These are the levels that we had in there, and they held up pretty darn well. Consistently bouncing off of that 512 area, but could not get any motion into that 577. It reached up to 591, but it barely spent any time in there. And again, just to recap, the significance of that level is that there was a gap there. That we were looking for it to potentially get into. I think we go back 577 and take a look. Yeah, you see this gap here that stretches all the way up to 769. But that gap has only been partially filled. So the gap down, actually went to whatever this is, 517. So it partially filled it, but it only filled it up to 571. And now I guess, technically it's filled it up to 591. But that's a long way to go if it's going to fill that through to 769. Now, I don't know if or when it will, but that's just a note on why I bring that up. Now, today, as we had this steep sell-off that seems to be continuing into the after hours, I'm interested to see if this 347 holds. The level that I had was a few pennies off at 351. So we had it within 4 cents there. Not too bad. But this downtrend is what I was watching all day. You see it developed really yesterday and came down through, and it just sort of held all day today. So I'm going to say something very obvious. It needs to break that downtrend in order to have any more bullish motion upward. So yes, obvious, but that's to say that's the most important thing at the moment. Aside from all of these levels, even if it goes sideways and it pushes itself out sideways, it's got to get out from under this downtrend. Looks like 347 not holding in the after hours at the moment. So if it comes down and tests it, we'll see if 336 holds. So I don't see another strong level that exists at the moment above that 336, but this may be developing. This, if it double bottoms here, it might be 347 to 346. I don't know. That looks like it's a glitch to me, but if not, congratulations. We caught it in real time. But oh boy. But if it does stay, if it does stay in this downtrend, what it's going to do in the morning is it's going to put some real pressure on that 336 level, if it even squeezes into this small area. Now, if it persists even lower than that, then we have this 326 and 312. So we'll see what comes of it. And sort of go from there. Now, flipping over to Thinkorswim, it's not surprising that we're dipping based on the fact that we're out of the channel. And we talked about this in the last video. I don't remember specifically, but I'm sure we did. I can't imagine that we wouldn't have. Now, oddly enough, this is still showing a strong bullish momentum. Why that is, I'm not quite sure. On the TTM squeeze indicator, could be some sort of weirdness, could be just indicators being indicators, but that's interesting to me. And then also this this level here that this study puts in of the call range, which is at 312. Interested to see if that sort of holds. Now, if we look what happened last time we were outside of a channel, this won't scroll back for some reason. So let's just see. So it popped itself out of the channel, came back, tried to hold the midline, and then just really fell through the bottom of the channel. So I don't know that that's going to happen this time, just to note that that's sort of what happened, but this time it certainly is extended much further above the upper bound of the channel than it had been last time. So if it does come down to the mid-range, which is typically what I would anticipate, that mid-range, it's going to shift, but it's currently sitting at 209, and so that would be another like really significant drop percentage-wise, right, to get all the way down to 209. But yeah, again, on this TTM squeeze, I do see this is clearly a higher bar than the previous one. So that's reading it as though it's still building bullish momentum. Again, I'm not sure why. It may have something to do with these previous candles when the stock was climbing. The volume was much higher. So maybe it has something to do with that. Now, potentially good news, RSI wise, it's not in overbought territory anymore at the moment. It still is pretty high at 66. But if that is worth anything, that's where that sits. So this is the setup as it currently exists. That bar, keep in mind, even though it climbed again today, oddly, it's sort of topping out, right? It's at the top of the range there. So I don't know exactly what's going to happen with that, but we will certainly see. 346 seems to be holding at the moment, but also it looks like volume is just kind of completely dying down. So those are the levels as I see it. I'll scroll left again just so you can see some of the lower levels, if they're of any use. Here you can see them all stretching all the way up to that 638, keeping in mind that 577 again is the start of that that gap that goes much, much higher. But I'm interested to see where this goes, and if you want me to do another recap as things sort of unfold, let me know in the comments, and we can go from there. All right, folks, I hope you had a happy hump day trading today and that your week finishes off strong. And as always, I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next video.